Hello everyone, Miss Meek here, and today we are going to talk more about triangle inequalities, which is something that we've talked about before. But today we are going to be focusing on ordering sides and angles. So when we know that we have a triangle, and when we know the sides of the triangles, those sides actually match up with an angle in that triangle and helps you determine the size of that angle. Now, you may not know exactly the size of that angle, but it gives you a general idea if it's bigger or smaller than the other angles. And then the same thing happens with the sides, the angles and the sides. If you know the angle, you can kind of match up the sides and kind of figure out which ones might be bigger or smaller. So we're going to talk about that relationship today. So in a triangle here, I have triangle A, B, C. And one of the rules in geometry is that opposite angles belong to the opposite sides, or opposite angles determine the general size of the opposite side. And what I mean by that is that when I look here at side A, the opposite side is going to be the one across from it, which is BC. So angle A and side BC, they affect each other. So if angle A is really, really small, that tells me that angle or that side BC is going to probably be kind of on the smaller side as well. So for angle B, the opposite side would be AC. So again, there's a relationship between angle B and AC. And then the opposite angle for angle C, of course, is going to be AB, side AB. And so these sides, like I said, these angles and these sides, depending on their, like if you know information about them, you can kind of use that information to deduce or to infer information that you're missing about its corresponding angle or side, depending on what you have. So it's kind of a confusing idea to explain. I'm trying to do my best here. But really, if you take a look at some example problems, I think it will be a lot clearer. So let's go ahead and take a look and order these angles from least to greatest. And you may be looking at this and being like, Miss Meek, there's nothing about the angles in this triangle. Like, look at number 1. It says XYZ is the triangle, and then it gives me all the side links. Like, how am I supposed to order these angles? They didn't give me any information about the angles. Well, remember that every one of these sides has an opposite angle. So, for example here, side XY, that's 7, its angle that belongs to that side is angle Z. Okay? Side X over here belongs to side YZ where this 5 is. Okay? And then again, this angle Y right here belongs to the side with the 6. So because we know that these angles and these sides have that type of relationship, I can actually order the angles because I look and see the shortest side. The shortest side is 5. The angle that goes with 5 is X, which tells me that angle X is going to be the smallest angle in this triangle. The next side that is slightly bigger but smaller is side ZX, the 6 right here, which goes with angle Y across the street there. And so I know that angle Y is going to be my middle angle. It's going to be the one that's not the smallest, but it's also not the biggest. My biggest side is this 7 right here, side XY. And the angle that goes with XY is that Z. And so I know that because 7 is the biggest side and the angle that belongs to that side is Z, Z is my biggest angle. So I can actually order the angles least to greatest without even knowing how much that angle is. Like I have no idea how big, how many degrees angle X is. I have no idea. Even after I finish the problem, I still don't know, okay? But I know that angle X corresponding side is the 5. And that 5 is the shortest side in this triangle. Therefore, X is going to be the smallest angle. Okay, So again, it's kind of a really weird relationship, but it's also really cool because you can do things that you didn't think you could do with just very limited information. Let's take a look at number 2. Again, we're ordering these angles least to greatest. I have no angle information on number 2. So again, least to greatest, I'm looking for the shortest side. The shortest side in this triangle is 11. And remember, its corresponding angle is the one across from it, so angle B. Angle B is going to be my smallest angle in this triangle because its corresponding side is the smallest side, that 11 there. The next side for my triangle here is going to be 20. So that's the next smallest number, this 20 right here. And the angle that corresponds with this 20 is angle C. So that tells me that angle C is going to be our second angle in this order. And then lastly, our biggest side is 21. And the angle that goes along with this 21 is angle A. And so that tells me angle A is the biggest angle in this triangle. Even though I don't have any angle measurements, I have no idea what those angles actually measure, I can put them in order from least to greatest because their corresponding side is either the biggest or the smallest or the one in the middle. Okay. Now this works the other way as well. If I have the angles, I can actually order the sides. So the instructions here for this one says order the sides greatest to least. Greatest to least. Again, I have no side information here on number 1. I have no idea how long side GH of this triangle is. I have no idea. So I have to look at the angles. The biggest angle in this triangle is angle G at 70 degrees. Angle G right here at 70 degrees is the biggest angle. The side that corresponds with that angle is the one that is across from it. So that's going to be angle HI. That tells me that side HI. That tells me side HI is going to be the biggest side. So this side right here, side HI, is the biggest side. Okay? My next slightly smaller number, but still bigger, is angle I. Angle I here. So angle I right here is 60 degrees. It's your next angle. The side that goes with that angle is this side right here. That is side GH. So that tells me that side GH is going to be the side in the middle. And then that leaves my smallest angle up here, which is angle H. Its corresponding side is right here in that side GI or IG. And so that is going to be my smallest or least side. And there are my sides ordered from greatest to least. And like I said, I don't know how long those sides are. I have no idea how long side HI or GI or GH is. I don't know. Okay. But I do know which one's going to be the biggest, which one's going to be the smallest, which one's going to be in the middle based off of the angles that correspond with that side. Let's take a look at one more here. So this is triangle JKL. Let's look for the biggest angle. I see the biggest angle is this 90-degree angle, angle J, which is corresponding sides across from it, and that's going to be side KL. So KL is the biggest side in this triangle. The next side is going to be this angle right here, angle L, it's 70 degrees. 70 degrees, and the side that goes with that with that angle there is side JK. So that's going to be our middle side, side JK. And then lastly, our smallest angle is angle K, and the side that goes with it is side JL, which means that side JL is our smallest or least side. And so that is how I can take those angles and actually order the sides, even though I have no side information, and I can still figure out that relationship because, again, every side on a triangle has a corresponding angle. It's the angle that's across from it, okay, not next to it, but across from it. And again, if you have one piece of information about that, you can figure out at least enough information to order them greatest to least or least to greatest. It's a weird idea, y'all. I understand completely. That is why this is part 2, the part 2 video of triangle inequalities. So I hope that this cleared up any confusion. Please rewind it, watch it as many times as you need to, because like I said, it's a very strange idea of how I can order something that I know literally no information about. All right, I will be talking to you later. Bye.